The Con Artists. Freaking Kim Woo-bin. I saw him on Running Man with Lee Jun-suk. And I saw him on the episodes with Rain in Australia and things like that. And I saw him, with Lee Jun-suk, they had like the drama theater department versus the athletics department. That was fucking fun. He should have been on the athletics department, and I was like, why isn't he on the athletics? Oh, because he fucking sucks at everything. He had like these long fucking legs, and they had to stretch. He cannot fucking use those legs. Like, the universe gave you this height. Use it. He did not fucking use it, but he was hilarious, and I thought I'll watch more episodes with him. And he was in one of the best Running Man episodes was the spy episode. He was there with Kwang-soo, and he was there with, I wrote down his name, Lee Hyun-woo, who was fucking adorable. This poor kid eliminated himself, and he looked so happy about it. I freaking love that kid. But that was the best episode where Kim Woo-bin and Lee Kwang-soo were a team of spies and they had to eliminate everybody else. Incredible episodes with backstabbing and betrayal and twists and turns, and it was incredible, so fucking funny. So I decided to watch more Kim Woo-bin stuff. I wrote down a couple of his dramas. I haven't started watching them. I wrote down School 2013 because he's there with Lee Jun-suk as well. I did not write down The Heirs because I saw the freaking Winner parody, and I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, that, Mino's eyebrows were they accurate? Because they seem pretty accurate. I saw pictures of Kim Woo-bin and his eyebrows on the show. That seemed accurate, and I'm not ready for that. So I decided to watch his movies first, and I looked through them, and they didn't seem that interesting, honestly. Like, I decided to go with The Con Artist, and I cannot freaking wait for 20. That's coming out. I think that came out in theaters already, so I can wait for it to come out on DVD or whatever so I can get it. And, I mean, he's in there with Lee Juno from 2PM, so I'm fucking pumped. That trailer looked hilarious for 20. But before 20, I saw The Con Artists. And guess who's in it? It's freaking Lee Hyun-woo again. So that's why they were on Running Man together. And Running Man, let me just say, it's a weird thing where people go, usually you go on a show to promote something, you know, like an album or a movie or a show, whatever you're working on, and you sort of like mention it to get people watching. But whenever people go to promote things on Running Man, they don't actually promote them. They never mentioned once that they were in a movie together. They never mentioned once what the title of the movie was. So all these guests go there, but you don't really know what they're promoting unless you're familiar with them and their work, and I'm usually not. So I had no idea that they were in a movie together. And he was great. I mean, he played a 25-year-old Lee Hyun-woo. I'm like, boy, you look like you're 12 years old. And he was great. His character was great. I really liked him. Con Artist is about Kim Woo-bin plays he's not really a con artist. He's more of a thief. And he robs this, along with his partner, and Lee Hyun-woo, who plays the hacker of the group. The three of them manage to rob a jewelry store, and they steal like a bunch of diamonds. The problem is, the jewelry store is owned by this Chinese mafia guy, who tracks them down. And he doesn't want his diamonds back. He wants their services. He wants to rob $150 million from the government, and the money is stored in the Seoul. I'm gonna say impound, but that's not the right word at all. The customs. At the customs, and it's locked in this super crazy, like, huge safe, and the money weighs like 3 tons, and they have this whole plan to steal the money, and basically it becomes a heist movie. And I'm usually not into heist movies, but I enjoy them. I enjoy watching them as long as they're actually fun to watch and as long as there's good plot twists. And this had good plot twists that I didn't see coming. Maybe I wasn't thinking about it too much. I was just enjoying it. I wasn't thinking about what's happening. I wasn't analyzing the situation. So the plot twists were actually a surprise. I'm sure that if you actually pay really close attention and you start thinking about everything, you might figure it out. I decided not to do that. I decided to just enjoy it and be surprised at the end. I'm glad I decided to do that because it was actually really, really fun. I think it's also like 2 hours and it went by pretty quickly. They wrapped up everything pretty nicely. I didn't have any questions or doubts. All the details from earlier in the movie, even from the beginning of the movie, come back at the end to wrap things up nicely. There was one thing that I was unclear about, which I won't talk about because it's a spoiler, but there was like one whole sequence where they were explaining it, but the subtitles were going a bit too fast. I'm like, what? And then they explained it so quickly, something that had to do with the money, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I think they know what they're talking about, whatever. I didn't actually pay that much attention. I didn't go back to see what they were talking about. I got it. I got the gist of it. It was actually a really fun movie with betrayals and plot twists and stabbings in the back and just like Running Man. Just like Running Man, yeah. They were fucking great. Kim Woo-bin's great. Everybody's saying that he's one of the like rising stars in Korean dramas and movies, and he's a great actor. And I wanted to see what it was about. I've seen all of his appearances on Running Man now, but I hadn't seen any of his movies or dramas, and I wanted to see what it was all about. And he's good. Like, I have sort of a problem with foreign movies. It's not that easy to tell if someone is a good actor or not when they're speaking a different language. I know it shouldn't matter. I know the language shouldn't matter, but to me it does, because especially if you watch Korean things, the inflections are different, the emotions are different. So I think he was good. I think he was actually really good. I'm sure that there's a reason why people love him so much, and it's not just his good looks, because he fucking looks great. But he's actually a great actor as well. I cannot fucking wait for 20. He's actually a really funny dude, and I saw the other day that he was doing an interview, and Lee Jun-suk called him, and he was like, "Let's make a boy band like EXO." And I'm like, "Yes, let's do that, please." And he's like, "Yeah, we should invite our model and actor friends." And I'm like, "Yes, do that." And I agree. So yeah. EXO with actors. That's great, because I'm sure we're gonna need a replacement for EXO soon, because we are one by one leaving.
보안이 철통 같고 아주 은밀하고 아무도 모르는 장소에 그 안에 5만 원권 300만 장 1,500억 원이다.
하겠습니다.
넌 매사가 이런 식이야, 임마. 어디가?
데이트! 네가 열어야 할 금고의 모형이야.
지금까지 이거 여는데 성공한 놈이 하나도 없다잖아.
역시 나는 연습 체질이 아닌가 봐요.
이게 폭발력이 어마어마합니다.
금고 열고 돈 가지고 나오는데 대략 45분이 주어지는 건가?
좀 빠듯하기는 하죠.
이제부터 너 나도 속이고 너도 속이는 거야.
사냥이 이제 시작됐는데
자, 선수들 입장하세요.
죽이는데
하고 하면 어떻게 할래?